Kit Kats can read. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a book review on Pretty Funny by Rebecca Elliot. As a very quick disclaimer, I just want to say that I received this ebook from NetGalley via the publisher in exchange for an honest review. However, this does not affect my opinion of the book whatsoever. This video is going to contain my true opinions only. So first of all, I am going to explain what this story is about. We have a main girl character called Hayla, and she aspires to be a female comedian. However, she doesn't quite have the confidence to be so. And then one day in a sort of like assembly, there's a popular guy at school called Leo, who is a black guy, and he does a sort of comedy sketch of jokes, and everybody's in complete awe of him, and including Hayla. She's just like, oh my goodness, this guy is amazing. So she sort of falls in love with him and falls in love with his personality and his act and everything, and she ends up being like, oh, I really want to like be around him. And then one day by the lockers, she hears that he's having trouble producing some jokes for this comedy act that he's got at a pub on like a Friday. And so Hayla has this idea of like, you know what, I'm gonna slip in one of my jokes into his locker, see if he likes it. So she does, with no one looking, and then she like tries to hide to see his reaction. He sort of like smiles and laughs at it, and then she sort of feels like, hey, he's going to use one of my jokes. So she goes along to this pub, and then she sees her jokes being used, and then she's just like, oh my goodness, like people are actually laughing at my joke, sort of thing. And then she ends up like teaming up with Leo and then giving him jokes for his acts and everything. And then there's this big sort of like comic event that's happening in London, and she's gonna sort of like help Leo with that. However, things happen along the way, like with friendship clashes with her two other best friends and everything. They're sort of telling her like, hey, this guy's just using you for your jokes, and then Hayla's like, no, he's not using me. And then it's just all about like her discovering herself throughout the book. She is like fat shaming herself quite a lot. She sort of like pushes that out. She's just like, look, just because like I'm fat doesn't mean of this. And then she's like, yeah, you know, I know what you're saying. You're saying that I'm fat. So she feels like she does get quite a bit of fat shame, but she also is fat shaming herself throughout this book as well. And so there's fat representation in this book as well, obviously, as well as Leo being the main guy character. He is written as black as well, which is like really interesting, that we have a main fat girl who is falling in love with a black guy, which is really good. So we've got some fat representation as well as colour representation, which is really good, and I really like that. This book is so funny, like it's written very funny. And Hayla has this younger brother called Noah who's about 4 years old, and he is so funny. Like he's like, hey, why don't you use this chicken joke? And it's not even funny, but yeah, you still laugh at it, and I'm just laughing at it. It's adorable and it's cute, and he's just like, oh, it's just smushiness. And Hayla has a really good relationship with her mother as well. They sort of have really good mother-daughter representation. Also, she doesn't have a father figure that's around, and her mother's sort of like trying to move on with this other guy, but Hayla's just sort of like, don't really know if I want this guy in our life, because could it happen again, like what dad did when dad left, sort of thing. So she's sort of like dealing with that as well. So there is some sort of like family issues that are going on with sort of that, and like not having a dad around. And yeah, I definitely felt like I connected with Hayla with obviously the fat representation, because I've never ever been skinny myself. I have always been plump or fat or sort of plus size. I've gone between sizes throughout my whole life. Ever since I was probably about 9 or 10 is when I sort of started to get a bit chunky myself, and then I've sort of flitted between like size 12, 14, 16, and then I've gone sort of around those sizes for several years of my life, really. And so I really know like what fat representation is like, and I know what it's like to sort of like when you want to be with the other people, when you want to be like skinny, but then there's also like the struggles of, you know, eating and being happy and being confident. So there is those as well. Like obviously we want to try and be confident in ourselves and accept us the way that we are, but at the same time there's always going to be that sort of want, like, you know, or what ifs of what if we were like that. So I really liked Hayla and the fact that she's confident in herself, and even in the end she's just sort of like, you know what, I am me, and I really liked that. So Hayla definitely has a very good character development, and also with friendship relationships in this. She's got 2 best girlfriends, and they always support her, and their friendship is just like, oh my goodness, even when they just sort of have disagreements, they just always come back together, and it's a really beautiful friendship, and I really sort of liked that about this. And yeah, it's just a really good sort of contemporary that just contains comedy in it, and that Hayla wants to be this female comedian, and it's just about her having the confidence and gaining that confidence in order to be it. And I really just love the ending. It just oozes with such confidence and, you know, just positivity, and I loved it. Like I literally loved the last 10% of this book. It's probably my favourite part, and it just gave me a lot of inspiration and confidence in myself, and yeah, and positivity, and it was just really cute. I just loved how this book ended, and yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I was flying through it, and I was finding myself like giggling and laughing at so many bits of this, and it does like cover topics, and obviously like falling in love and having your heart broken and all of that as well, and you know, are you actually falling in love, or is it just a crush, or you know, things like that. And yeah, it was a really good book, and really cute, and just a really cool contemporary that was very funny. And yeah, I totally adored it. Like I say, loved Hayla as a main character. Didn't like Leo. I was just like, my goodness, he's just being such a jerk, especially with Hayla. And even in the end, just Hayla was just so good with him. But if it was me, I would be like, I would just be so mad still. But she just had that just sort of like patience and positivity about it, and I'm just like, you know what, I wish I could do that, but I don't think I could, like, just but yeah, she's brilliant character, and it was a really good book. And like the chapters aren't really too long either. I'd say they're actually a decent length. They're not too short, they're not too long, and I found myself like going through them. They're sort of like numbered really well, and sort of like this big bold numbering, which was really good, and I really liked it. And I just loved the writing style of it. I just found it really easy to sort of like read from, and the characters are all just big and vibrant because of the writing, and they're all different, and I love them so much. If I had to have a favourite character, it's really difficult because I do like Hayla, but I love Noah so much. Like Noah, her younger little brother, he's so funny, and he's just so cute, and he's adorable, and I just want to give him a cuddle. Like he was just so cool. But yeah, overall guys, totally recommend this book for you guys to pick up and read. I hope you guys do. It's now released now, and it's so worth it. And of course I didn't really see any flaws with it, and I enjoyed it so much that I had to give it 5 Kit Kats. And I definitely think it's worth the read if you really like your contemporaries, if you really like a bit of comedy, if you love the Louise Renison books, if you love the Geek Girl series by Holly Smale. It's along those lines of comedy, and yeah, totally recommend it. You guys should give it a read. It's awesome. So yeah, it's definitely out now. Get your hands on it, and if you have read it, please let me know down below what you thought about it. Did you agree with me? It's just got so many praised reviews on Goodreads at the moment, and it totally deserves all those reviews, and more people should read it, and I hope you guys will read it. So if you want a bit of laughter in your life, especially during the times in the moment with this isolation period and this virus going around, this is the sort of book that you need, just sort of like pick you back off of your feet and to make you feel really good again. And yeah, I just totally recommend it. And that's it from me for this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up. If there's any other books that you'd like me to read and review for you guys, let me know down below in the comments. What books are you currently reading? What books have you recently purchased? Let's start a conversation down below in the comments. If you'd like to follow me elsewhere, all of my social media links are linked down below in the description. And if you are new to my channel and if you'd like to see more of my videos, I post videos all the time. They're all different sorts of videos, from reactions to book hauls, to weekly vlogs, to reading vlogs, to weekly TBRs, to weekly wrap-ups, to Friday reads. I post all sorts of videos, and they are just in no particular order. Some of them are set to certain days, but there's no particular order. I try to post at least a video a day at the moment because I'm a little bit backlogged with my videos, but I try to provide the content for you. So if there are videos that you would like to see me do, let me know down below and I'll add them to the list of books to do for you guys. But that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like I say, hit the subscribe button, which is down below if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!